Hi, I'm Instructor Jennifer Wallace with Krav Maga, Wisconsin and Custom Self-Defense. And today we're going to talk about the proper way to form a fist when you're striking. I notice a lot when I'm teaching students that they have problems with forming a proper fist. That can include their thumb being out instead of tucked underneath. That can include their knuckles being twisted and getting injured. That can also include placing these two knuckles at the point of impact opposed to these two knuckles at the point of impact. So what I'm going to teach you today is how to collapse your fist as you strike while having a good solid fist, all right? And you can do this with a vertical punch or a horizontal punch. So this is a horizontal, this is a vertical, okay? I always want to hit with these two knuckles and not these two. These are the two that can break. The other thing I want to focus on is when I do strike is pointing those two knuckles forward, okay? So that when I hit an object, I'm using those two knuckles to strike. When I do that, I also want to make sure that my wrist is solid, okay? And what I mean by that is if I'm striking, I don't want my wrist to buckle at the point of impact like this, because that's how I can damage or break the wrist. And it's also going to place those two little knuckles on the face where all the bones are, especially when people are hitting at the nose, the eye sockets, the chin. If you're hitting with these two little knuckles, what'll happen is you'll end up breaking them opposed to just getting a good strike in and protecting yourself. So the first thing, excuse me, that you're going to do is you're going to find yourself a wall or a pad you can use. A good solid surface is the best type of surface to use because you want to learn to collapse your fist on this surface. And what you're going to do is point your pointer and your middle finger at the wall, and you're going to touch that wall, and then you're just going to slowly collapse your fist against this wall, tucking your thumb underneath, okay? If you're doing this wrong and your thumb is out, you're going to know it because you're going to hit the wall with your thumb. And it doesn't matter if it's a vertical or a horizontal punch. What I am going to focus on with this punch, either one, is that the top two knuckles are in contact with the wall in a flat type of surface area, and that these two little knuckles here are not touching the wall, because if they are, it's going to cause my wrist to buckle. Okay, same thing here. I can collapse down to these two knuckles. See, these knuckles here are not touching. These are my point of impact. And as you notice, my wrist is nice and straight. I can lean on this wall right here, and it's not going to collapse my wrist. So that means I have a good, solid base. If my wrist buckles when I lean, that means I am not putting all my pressure on these top two knuckles. And that means I kind of have to dip this hand down just slightly, okay, these two knuckles forward. So again, we're going to take the fist, we're going to collapse it down, and you're just going to practice collapsing and practice collapsing. And this collapse, what this does is it teaches you also to collapse at the point of impact. And when you collapse at the point of impact, when you learn how to use your body, your hips, and really get everything involved, you're going to improve your striking capabilities, your power, and you're going to leave all that power at the point of impact. So that is the point of collapsing on impact. So this is just a great way to improve the way that your fist is. And in reality, I'm not going to hyperextend this arm and lock this elbow out. But I want you to lean on this wall so that you understand that you have a good solid base and you're not buckling that wrist. So you can practice on your pad, okay, even if you want to just do a little pop. That way if you hit it too hard, you're not going to get hurt. And it's really good to just start and collapse. And what it'll teach you is how to collapse. I'll go slow, directly on impact, so that when you're hitting something, all your power is landing the second that you strike. Hopefully this helps you. get a better structural fist, a good solid strike when you're punching, and teach you how to collapse on impact. So in our future videos, you are able to use your body and put everything behind that and improve your speed, your power, and your strength when you're striking. Thank you.